sure I saw a thing here. No, guess not. Thought I saw a piece of treasure. Or treasure map. Hey ho. There you go. Now build my warehouses, will you? Have you seen Spellforce 3 gameplay? No, I have not. Spellforce 3. Forgive me for thinking that sounds a bit daft. What kind of game is it? Also, what kind of ugly setup is this for these houses? But I fear that that's the way they're meant to be. It is. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should keep us tight. Always build all the everything. You know, I cannot stop today until I have all my counting houses built, because it's fairly ridiculous that I haven't gotten that far yet. There we go. I'm just happy that I had the King of England happy. Build that, it'll take forever. Build all those, and what am I producing here again? I could get more wood and clay, but I think clay production is fine, so is wood production at that. Salt I could always do with more of. I mean, when it comes to salt, everything is coming out of Bergen, and I only have these. It's only 32. When it comes down to salt, well, actually, that should be plenty. It's just for the other good production sites they need more. I need somewhere else that produces meat pretty badly, and I think we'll get Stavanger eventually for that. Jake, why is it called Istanbul already? Because the Eastern Roman Empire falling is a foregone conclusion. Well, I do agree that we need more meat produced. Maybe that's not the place to put it. Okay, so if I moved more salt production over here to Boston, then that might be okay. But Boston is going to need a ton of wood. There's a problem with loading that. Let me save before I crash everything. Still though. Nice thing about establishing a city, or rather one of the many nice things about establishing your own city, you don't have to pay for production rights. You will automatically be granted them. Because hey, you made this city, why should you have to go begging to anybody for the rights to produce any good there? Checkmate, other patricians. That should keep us good, at least for now. Probably more salt than is needed. But once again, you're in sore need of building materials. Well, a lot of building materials as it is, but this should be okay. And people mover is right here in Haarlem again, ready to move people. Haarlem's population is actually shrinking. Thankfully, I've got all these smokehouses that don't really need so many people. and I'm just ready to abduct them to the good life. I mean, consider how slow it is normally. That's why I have this. Now be prepared to get over to... Well, Scarborough would be nice, but Boston's usually nicer. Also, why is there a recession in Scarborough? Is it because I tax them too high? Apparently. And there aren't jobs for them because there are not material. No, there's... Recession means that no new workers are available. Alright. So, some problems here, but what else is new? It's okay, I'll get Boston dealt with, added to the everything, and then we can carry on with our lives. That'll be once these things are done. Otherwise, Wildcard Thagnus should go and get some more goodies from... Harlem would be nice, but Alberg's where it's at. Nerstead has plenty of hemp, but I'm dealing with that. Scarborough has the wood. It needs the more wood, but if it produces 140 per day and I want it sent over here, then I need a force to deal with that. Perhaps this Hanseatic cog can deal with us. What was it? Scarborough to Aalborg. Wood. And we're going to call it the Concord, apparently. Works for me. That was 100 or so a day. So that's about 1,000 or so, but it's going to go up to 2 or even 3,000 every 10 days. So I think this needs to be assisted with other boats. I would say Crayers, but what's the point in doing it for those big overland places if I got Crayers? Yeah, that should do us for at least now. I'm sure it'll need to improve later. Scarborough. Oh, that's definitely not how you spell Scarborough. Scarborough. Yeah, there's not going to be enough space here. Scarborough to Aalborg Wood. It's very simple. In Scarborough, you deal with a warehouse always. You unload no wood, you load all the wood. In Aalborg, you unload everything and you load nothing. Good. Get to it. I like the rate at which I make that fat load of cash. I haven't checked my map, have I? Doesn't tell us anything, sadly. So Boston has jobs, it has places to live. What it doesn't have is any food. So I should probably see to that. I mean, they're begging for just about anything right now. And what I have not done is grab the old wildcard Thagnus full of food. I will grab some clay, granted, and some wood, because I'm going to need both of those, even if I have to take it from the center. And that's odd. We actually don't have enough grain here. I'm still going to grab some of its grain, but food shortages are rife then if I don't have enough grain and a secondary type of food. So food production needs to go up. Aalborg, unfortunately, I killed its grain production for a while. I'm going to have to supplement it with our smelters. But yes, that's not enough grain to keep this this train going. The meat is suffering, and Riga's cheese, well, we just don't have enough of it flowing in. So I need to build up somewhere that produces a type of food that isn't grain. Honestly, a type that is grain would work as well. Well, Oslo does both. And it does salt, which is particularly nice. But yes, there's not enough food. If I was able to get Haarlem to just produce more stockfish, I'd be fine, but it's always low on hemp. Frankly, if I could drown the Hansa in stockfish, I'd be happy. Why do I never have enough hemp? Okay, the solution is clear. Nashved needs to up its hemp game. I need to make sure that hemp... Okay, it's smelting too hard. But it should still be able to do its hemp game. Nashved needs to up its hemp game. We need to get that hemp over to Haarlem, and then Haarlem will finally be able to produce a half-decent amount of smokefish. And that smokefish has to make it across through the whole Hansa. That's what we've got to do. It's very simple. It's agonizingly simple. But I still need to finish off Boston. So many problems presenting themselves at one time. Still, Wildcard Thagnus picked up materials, including food, so I can go and deal with Boston in that regard. We have our warehouses, which means... Okay, I don't have an administrator. There we go, get everything you need here. Some of these numbers are a little higher than necessary, but that's okay. Well, it has to be done at some point. This should be... I don't think there are any more cities in the west. Okay, no, there's Stavanger. Stavanger can be added. Still, I gotta add Boston to everybody's list. Everybody who's western. And Boston will always be between Scarborough and London. Boston between Scarborough and London. And it means I can always just pull this in because I have the settings for both London and Scarborough always. So it shouldn't take any time at all. Shouldn't take any time at all, he says. Well, by now, most people that have tuned in would probably have fallen asleep. That's what they tune in for, right? They just want to relax and fall asleep. Oh, I'm gonna sleep easy after all this. It's nice to have all these goods so heavily in demand, though. It means that we tend to make damn good money off of them. I thought Newman is accessible by river too. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 cities we have at the moment that are unavailable, or rather only available by river. That is Nimwegen, which must be the one you were talking about, Cologne, Thorn, and Novgorod. And we don't really care about establishing counting houses in any of them, even though we already have one in Novgorod, because I simply cannot be bothered with them. I can deal with them later, but not now. Because it would require a special convoy to go and deal with them. It would have to have river cogs, Snickers, and Crayers. Okay, what am I doing here? Boston needs to be added. Boston always goes between Scarborough and London, and it just inherits. Very, very simple. Cannot forget the grain train, though. Nice thing about Boston is it only adds a day to anything. This only went from 21 to 22 days. Nice. in a very happy situation, I would add 3 fully decked out hulks to every single convoy so that I never got attacked by pirates, and then I could pretty much ignore pirates. Unfortunately, that's a long way away from happening. I could alternatively look at pirates as just being a tax on what I do, but they're just so annoying that there's no way I'd look at that way. Okay, so my my guys that do hemp over to the west, I have 2, 3, about 4,000 capacity in 22 days. 2,000 every 10 days. And you consume almost all of that, and due to be more. So I need even more hemp being sent out to the west. So yeah, if I want stockfish to be produced loads of, then I gotta get on that. Still, Boston is tween Scarborough and London. Inherit. The virtual bark. I'd be surprised if the Meat West actually brings in any meat. It hasn't stopped, so it must bring at least some. I was planning on buying up more copies of this to give away, but it seems that the sale on it has stopped. I need to keep my eye out if the game goes on sale again. I'm not exactly sure it's worth $20, but when it goes on sale for about 75% off, and it's pretty good. I'm still pretty mad that, wow, 2,000 capacity for pitch. I don't even make enough to put that out. Still pretty mad that Steam stopped you stockpiling these gifts. I mean, I see it as free money for them, but they obviously see otherwise. People mover, that's a different thing. And then there's Salt West, not West Salt. Oh yes, even the spices must reach Boston. Starting to hit the limit of just how many places I can hit up with this. Why is Oslo involved in this? Oslo's got to go from that. Save me a fair few days as well. We deal with the West only here. Jake, you can blame G2A and other gift-selling websites for that. People abusing region prices got it removed. No, I won't. Regardless of what they were doing, it was still Steam's decision to stop that. I mean, it makes it easier for me to just pile them up for giveaways. Now I gotta rethink how to do that. I could just buy keys from somewhere else. But it's less convenient. You know, I'm really thinking that hitting up Harlem when doing the rounds might actually help, because I'll top up the wool that I have for the rest of these guys. Although all these guys produce wool anyway. Ah well. Well, damn, done already. And that passed by in a heartbeat. Am I even sure that I did everything? I must have. Well, I'll save anyway, because that was quite a bit of work to do. And now Boston should happily grow of its own accord, and I can focus on the problem that I have right now. Nashved needs a lot of people, so I can get plenty of hemp. That hemp will go to Aalborg and be distributed across here, especially Haarlem, where it will be turned into delicious fish, and then sent further away. Now salt I never seem to struggle with, although I only have 1,000 of it there. I only got 2,000 of it there. I don't produce a ton of it. Maybe I could actually ease up on the clay and wood production here to make more I don't know. Just generally want Bergen to have more people so that I can deal with that, but I want to be able to satisfy all the Lord's desires to get all the cities and trade routes that I need. Have fewer giveaways. Gift away one of each thing. I think I'll wait for the summer sales and then have a decent gifting thing there. Then we can make a longer deal of it. Alright, Nashved. People, production, buildings, housing capacity, or occupancy. Certainly gonna hopefully double the amount of people here, which will take us up to 50 or so. But no, I need to fill in, let's say 800 jobs, which is 800 times 4, so let's just say shy of 4,000. I know I'm rounding massively here, but whatever. That's what we do, right? If I'm going to put them anywhere, it might as well be here, where I've already got a decent line to work with. This game needs hotkeys so badly. I mean, it's not going to get anything because this game is long past its development cycle, but I'm just venting here. Alright, that should do. That should keep Nashved easily down on its housing occupancy, to the point where it's never going to reach being too large. Good. Alright, so that was one part of the problem. The other part is that I need people there. I should have the people mover somewhere around here. Wildcard Thagnus is going there to stock up Boston with all the things that it needs. Old Slappy is just getting in my way now, so off to the new old world with you. Where's people mover though? Oh, he's actually here, and he has people to move. Houses will be done in 5 days. So I actually need you to finish up first, maybe? Yeah, I want Boston done with, so we've got to wait 5 days. That's okay, though. Keep your eyes open for any goodies, folks. Flotsam or treasure maps. I'll take either. Okay, what in the world did I just do? Of course I did. And I actually want to keep those there. I'm not going to immediately demolish them. I want to check in on the King of England, and as ever, he has nothing for me to do. Boston's going to starve if I don't give them some stuff here. So Wildcard Thagnus, just give him some grain, give him some cheese, and at the very least that'll keep the economy moving. I'm happy to dump all that stuff there. Let's just build some extra houses too. Why? Because we can. We don't need any more elaborate reasons than that. So we have houses, we have buildings, which means people mover. Ah, there's no tavern. 5 more days. least there's no pirates. Alright, tavern's up and running. The England needs salt. Too bad. Take my pirates. Well, not pirates, my honourable crewmen. And with that population, kaboom, I can throw some money into the treasury. I don't know why they charge you for this, really. Apply to advance, take the money back, set a really low tax rate so that I don't have to worry about it, and then the people mover can go and abduct some more people from Haarlem, because it's what we do. Haarlem has a huge growth of people, and actually I can have a meal for the poor to get even more. I don't have much grain, nor do I have much beer, but I can change that to have enough for a huge meal for the poor, of which I'm going to just abduct. Look at that, daily increase of people, just massive now, which is excellent. And I have a lot of people to employ for my smokehouses. I also want to set up another big hemp brigade, but I'm going to need a lot of ships for that. Thankfully, I have a ton of ships. Well, actually none here. That surprises me. Why do I have no ships here? Oh well, cogs aplenty, please. I mean, I should keep the place decently supplied with just about everything here. Oddly enough, the only thing that is not available in Bergen is fish. They even have some pelts. Not a lot of pelts, but pelts nonetheless. The best thing Jake ever did was buying out all the towns so we don't have to hear the voices of mayors anymore. You mean the worst thing? I liked hearing those. Right, well I need a lot of a lot more ships. So I'm just going to drag the ships that I have, and damn, pitch is still in demand. Aalborg naturally has all the boats there. Malma? Huh. I'll take them. I will also wonder why there are not more boats. And I'm a bit disappointed at the lack of people constructing more larger shipyards, but maybe you have to be a bigger, better kind of town to do that. Yes, I know, Aalborg has boats. And again, it is regrettable because these upgraded boats have a mere fraction of the capacity that I'm looking for. That Snickers needs a repairing. Okay, Rostock, now we're talking. I will not question why Rostock has so many... Oh, it's a large shipyard as well. That's amazing. Carvel O'Clock. Goodbye money, hello storage capacity. Rostock's a pretty happening place. And then there's Haarlem, which I've already dealt with. Ripon. So I might wonder why I'm bothering with all these right now. It's because I desperately need to get more hemp sent further afield. What else do we have? Oslo, of course. Of course. Yeah, the solitary cog of Bruges. Cogs are nice, because even hulks rather are nice, because even when you upgrade them, they're still pretty much as spacious as cogs. Stettin 2, this is nice, just all these boats. And boats are what you need to make the loads of money. And my favorite money is the loads of money.